Usually when people think Islamic means it is something that only for people who are Muslims.
Riba is an Arabic word for interest. Muslims are prohibited from earning or paying interest.
In reality, it's open to all.
It's really about respect.
They want the American dream of homeownership.
Yes. This house then gets transferred to you 100% for the cost of $1 at the time of the transfer. We're respecting people's culture, we're respecting their tradition, we're respecting their religion. They know on this particular date, they're going to be actually a homeowner.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Show podcast here with A to Z. Today we have a special topic we're going to be discussing today. It's called Islamic financing. We have some special guests here. We have Trevor from Annie Mac. We have Maryam Majid, she's a realtor. And we have Fabi, also from Annie Mac. We have two loan officers and a realtor here joining us at a title company. So we thought that we would do a nice little podcast about this particular topic because it is not a common discussion. It's also not a very common product that is offered to the public. Usually when people think Islamic means it is something that only for people who are Muslims. But in reality, it's open to all. And that's what people need to also remember. If you are a realtor, you may run into a client that may benefit from this kind of a product. This is also good information for you. And if you are a realtor that does work with clients that are Muslim, then you can also use this as an opportunity to offer this kind of a product for your clients to support their needs. Correct so far?
So far.
All right, beautiful. Now, about a couple weeks ago, we had a little session and where you presented this product, and I thought it was an amazing information session that you provided. And here we are today talking about this podcast to let the public really know about this new program that you've launched, and it's truly a competitive one to anything that's out there. And this is a great opportunity to start, tell us a little bit more about it. Give us some key points that, just initial tidbits of information to know. And then, Trevor can chime in. And then we'll ask a series of questions. Me, myself, and Maryam, we'll ask questions to you to kind of learn a little bit more and how can we all benefit together as a team.
Yeah.
So, Fabi, I'll give you the floor. Please tell us a little bit about your program.
Sure. So first of all, thank you for having us, Ash. Such a nice opportunity to talk to everybody about these programs because you talk one-to-one, it takes a long time to get out there, and you can have a mass population like this, it makes it a little easier to translate the message. For us at Annie Mac, it was about me being Muslim, born Muslim, right, and a practicing Muslim. It was for me something that I asked Annie Mac for, and then being part of leadership, I was able to deliver the message of how important this is for Muslims living in America and the American society to be able to be respected. This is really about respect. When you break it down, Ash, this is about we're respecting people's culture, we're respecting their tradition, we're respecting their religion. And so no matter how you view it, this boils down to Annie Mac having respect for the Muslim population in America.
Yes.
And so when we started the program, that's really with the impetus that we started and how we kind of viewed it. What it would be the best way that we could get behind. And we were lucky enough to team up with the Ijara CDC. They were really helpful and they've been doing this with other lenders, so we're not unique. They were doing this with other lenders and they were taking care of the Islamic portion of the financing.
Okay.
So the way we kind of saw is like, okay, so Annie Mac will handle the underwriting,
Okay.
but then Ijara will handle the Islamic functionality of the program
Okay.
to make it truly Riba-free.
Okay.
And that was really what we wanted to make sure that we encompassed.
What is Riba?
So Riba is an Arabic word for interest.
Okay.
And under the Islamic laws, Muslims are prohibited from earning or paying interest.
Okay.
And so this program allows them to buy a home in America right?
Okay.
And still have ownership of the house, but they have to be Riba-free, interest-free.
Got it. Excellent. Good. Trevor, what are the key points that we can learn also from this program?
Well, I think one of the most important things to look at is, as Bobby was saying, is the respect and just really servicing a community that may not have as many options open that they're aware of. So, I'm coming up on 10 years in the industry, and from the beginning, the Middle Eastern community has been very supportive of what I've done. And so this has always been something that's very impactful for me and very important. And there's a lot of folks that I talk to that may not know what they can do, or I've talked to before we got this program that really went back and forth on feeling that they may be compromising in their beliefs, but they want the American dream of home ownership. And so being able to offer this, the same thing Bobby said, is being able to respect it and being able to get this out there for them. So, I think one of the big points on this is that it really can be used for almost anybody that's looking to purchase a home that wants to adhere to this. And that's whether, you're the 780 credit score, I've got 25% to put down, or if you're a veteran just coming out of the military and you want to use that VA benefit. It's being able to use those benefits that have been given to you and not having to compromise how you're doing that.
So you're saying is this can work under conventional, FHA, and VA.
Correct.
Wow, that's an incredible thing to be able to offer the public, because many other programs in the past, that was not the case.
Exactly.
Especially, I'm a veteran, and to lose out on an opportunity just because it's not offered to veterans, it's also not something I would enjoy doing, But okay, fantastic. Now let me ask Miriam here. Miriam, when you first started hearing about this program, what was your first thoughts about, how would this program really benefit you and your clientele?
Right. Well, I do work with a lot of Muslim clients, and there are some people in the community who opt to be on the sidelines of the American dream of home ownership because they want to, adhere to the practices, Islamic law, and not pay riba, not pay interest on a home loan or a mortgage. So that is understandable, but this is exciting. I mean, I've worked with Islamic financing in the past, but this is a slightly new product. So I think it will be able to get people off the sidelines. People who consciously have chosen to say, I'm not going to participate in home ownership because of interest. This allows them the option to take part in that, to be a part of home ownership and to have the benefits of home ownership.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Do you anticipate that there's a lot of just renters who are just sitting there on the sideline, just renting and
For sure. I know lots of people in the community who have consciously chosen to rent until they've saved up the total price of a home, or I'm just going to rent for my lifetime, and just making that conscious decision. So hearing about this program, learning about it right away, sparks are flying in my head because I'm like, this is going to be a great option for a lot of people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent for your community.
Imagine, if I could just say something, that with this program, home ownership is guaranteed from day one, right? So while we're talking about the way we do this, right, and I may be jumping ahead, but the way we structure it, right, is it is a lease-to-own program, right? Okay. So similar to what your client may be doing right now, where they're renting,
Right.
right? This is a lease-to-own with a certainty date of saying, hey, on this date, when you pay off the balance, right?
Yes.
This house then gets transferred to you 100% for the cost of $1 at the time of transfer.
Wow. $1.
Yeah. So, in a way, Miriam's clients are already paying rent. They're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And so what they're doing here is basically they're renting from us.
Yes.
The end date of saying, on this particular date, I will have this ownership.
Oh. So you're talking about almost like a rent to own.
I like the word lease to own.
Lease to own.
I
Okay.
think rent is a more of a short-term thing,
Okay.
and a lease to me is a more of a long-term with an end date. You mean that on this particular date the lease is going to end, and I will be the homeowner.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, of course, not paying interest, the spiritual benefits cannot be top tier, but down to the money.
Let's talk money.
Right.
Let's talk money. Yes.
The monthly payment,
Uh-huh.
is it equivalent to a conventional or FHA loan or, regular mortgage? More expensive?
No, there's
Lease expense? Is there any financial benefit there?
There's really no difference
Okay.
as far as the payment goes. So how it's set up is we know what the payment is, and it's based off of what the prevailing interest rate of the day is, and then that is paid into a trust. So that's paid into is paid to Ijara on behalf of the trust, in order to make sure that there's no change, everything is stable. A little different than with as you're talking about your rental clients, that often they have to worry about, hey, rent's going up, because every year, as we all know, landlords like to increase their bottom line.
Yep.
But this way they have that stable, they have the stable monthly payment, and they know exactly what it is going to be from day one.
Well, the only thing I would put, the only caveat that I would put in there, Miriam, is as the county taxes would increase, it says homeowner's insurance, right? Obviously, the trust, because the house got put into a trust, the trust is going to reevaluate on an annual basis. Hey, we have a higher tax payment this year. So that could be the only thing that could fluctuate your actual lease payment every month,
Okay.
right?
That's the same thing for a regular mortgage
Right.
clients.
Okay. Right.
I think once again, if I could just hone in on this one point, which I think is just so critical, right? Is that if your clients are renting today, right, there is no ownership date in sight.
Correct.
And with our Islamic financing, which we call, by the way, Amna home loans, right?
Yes.
Under the Amna program, they know on this particular date, after all the payments that they made, they're going to be actually a homeowner, right? And the other part is that they can make changes to the house while they're there. There's no landlord that says you can't paint this house this way, you can't change the carpet this way. Or if you want to sell the house after owning it for 5 years, whatever the equity is 100% yours.
Okay. This was going to be one of my questions. Is there any prepayment penalty?
Nothing.
not at all.
No.
Okay. That's great.
But it's, I mean, so you're basically a homeowner with that, and you're bypassing the interest, which is why we call it riba-free lending.
Wow, amazing. Now tell me, with this kind of a product and you're adding the trust and everything, one of the things that worries most title companies, even real estate agents, is once we get ratified into our contract, is there any difference in the timeline of how, we'll be able to close and how we're going to close, in those normal 30
I think
days?
Trevor just closed one, so I mean, Trevor, I think you can talk to that more than I could.
Well, if you're able to wait an extra 4 hours, then it'll be about the same. Basically, once we have everything done and we have the closing documents set up, they do have to be reviewed by Ijara just to verify that everything was done in compliance and making sure that it all follows the standards that have been set. And that's about a 4-hour turn time.
Excellent.
So that's really only the only difference in time. And everything that goes into this is that on the same set schedule, your appraisal is ordered at the same time. You do your home inspection if you're getting one at the same time. The underwriting is done at the same standards. And really the only addition is there's some trust documents that need to be signed. And those can be signed directly with you guys to make everything easy. And those can be signed after it takes about 2 days to generate after you go under contract. So within 48 hours, you have those documents, you sign them, and that's really your only additional item you have to do on there.
Well, from my experience, we did do one with you and everything did go smoothly. So I can contest to that. Being in the title, so we have done one of those and it did go smoothly.
Yeah, and that particular deal, by the way, Ash, I want to make sure that was 3.5% down.
Yeah.
So we're not talking.
So it's not a...
Yeah, we're not talking 25%. You know what I mean? We're talking 3.5% down with a regular FHA rate.
Wow. That is incredible.
I think those are the things that I think our listeners need to understand, that yes, it's Islamic respectful financing.
Yes.
We're going to respect the culture and the religion.
Yes.
But it's still regular financing under the Western culture.
Exactly. And the most important is, there's ownership. You are entitled to everything of this house. There is nothing going to really change for you. You're not a partner with anyone.
No, it's not what it is now.
You're not.
Come in when you want to sell the house and say, oh, you owe us 10% of the ownership now.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. We're not co-owners at all.
So that is an incredible thing and a good feel for someone coming into this kind of a program.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I know we've used this word throughout our conversation, Ijara, and I think for our listeners who may not know what that word is,